Hi, welcome back to Mediocre Main Character. I'm playing Matches and Matrimony, a Pride and Prejudice tale. We're quickly running out of options over here. I don't know if we'll end up all alone, not by choice. So I'm just gonna give it a go and see what happens at this point. I'm jumping into chapter 10. We've got a lot of willpower, not enough wit, I think. We could do with more talent and more kindness. I don't care about propriety, really. So let's study the arts, rest, go visiting, and go. It's the weekend. Inviting opportunity. How are you today? Oh, hey, Lady Lucas. She's our aunt on her mom's side, and she is hilarious. She's the ultimate wing woman. I love her. So it looks like our mom's still sulking, but Lady Lucas has some good news. A brother-in-law of Colonel Brandon is the owner of a very beautiful estate, some 7 miles from here. We've planned an expedition there, and all the Bennets are invited. Yay! Oh, so the place is called Whitwell, and in addition to viewing the grounds, we're gonna go sailing in the afternoon. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's really turned things around for Mrs. Bennet. It's a lovely journey filled with wonderful views and vistas. And of course, I've taken the opportunity to invite all of the eligible young bachelors in the neighborhood. Oh, Lady Lucas, you never disappoint. Are those the views or the vistas? That depends on which bachelor. Oh, I love her. Some are only worth the passing view. For others, you should stop the carriage and enjoy the vista. Oh, Lady Lucas. She's assembled an impressively handsome bunch for our pleasure. Well, thanks, Lady Lucas. I am excited for that. A young man I do not believe you've previously met. The final suitor. It's a surprise. Oh, fun. She's fun. She's just a fun lady. I cannot stay. I have other invitations to give. Well, don't invite too many people. You know, I want to stand a chance with the handsome bachelors. I'm running out of options. Yeah, so now we're all excited to go to Whitwell. I was certain there was going to be a major turning point that would greatly impact my future prospects. This might be our last chance. Okay. That was it. That was the week. That's way too short. I think more stuff was supposed to happen, but I clearly didn't make the right choices along the way. So, this is the Bingley edition. I'm out to get Bingley. I know it's a lost cause at this point, so it might be a Plan B Colonel Brandon edition. So, I'm just going to carry on to chapter 11. We could do with more wit, so I'm going to read a book. Maybe study the arts and read a book. We're off to Whitwell this episode. Everyone, including Mother, but excepting Father, of course, was excited for the journey. Feeling for Mother a bit, as she had a cold, I convinced her that the journey would not benefit her, and she should stay at home. Though my actions were honest enough, my motives may not have been. It's true, our mom is very extra, so maybe best she stay at home. Especially if we're going to meet handsome young bachelors, she'll be all over them. Lady Lucas alone would be more than enough impudence for the journey. Ooh, nice. Not in my power to delay. I'm sure he's here somewhere. I beg your pardon? Oh, it's the certain someone I'd hoped to introduce you to. My surprise, I'm sure you remember. But at the moment, he has hidden himself away. In a box, no doubt, covered with ribbons and bows. Listen, I'm sure he's hotter than ribbons and bows. Oh, Lady Lucas said the same thing. I shall find him and bring him here, and perhaps you shall find he's a prettier thing than a decorated box. Ooh la la. Captain Wentworth. Captain Wentworth. From Persuasion. That's a completely different book. Okay, hold on. So we've got Pride and Prejudice, we've got Sense and Sensibility, and now we have Persuasion. Interesting. Okay, so in Persuasion, Captain Wentworth and the main character in that book, Anne, have the super long engagement, and there's a lot of misunderstandings and drama, and things keep them apart, and they come together. It's a whole thing. I don't remember Jane Austen that well. Like, I read this stuff so long ago, but anyway, it was a name I knew well, and a man that I'd once known intimately. Long before the captain was a captain, he was Mr. Wentworth, and on occasion, Frederick to me. He's our ex, isn't he? His father had been the curator at the parish at Monkford, and 5 years ago, when Frederick had returned home from his naval schooling, we'd met and found we had a great deal in common. A very great deal. What is that face? Nice. So we had a summer fling with Frederick. I felt a very deep love for Mr. Wentworth, and he for me. Why have we been pursuing Bingley, or anyone else for that matter, when we could have gone for Wentworth? Okay, bring on the Wentworth. Being somewhat young as we were, we kept our feelings secreted away from our parents. But upon determining to marry, it became necessary to speak at length with them. Of course, our mom blocked it. Mother found him wanting in every respect. He just didn't have a fortune or a name for himself, so our mom forbade us from accepting the proposal, and we listened to her. Yeah, we dumped him 5 years ago, and he fought for us, begged us to consider our own feelings because he felt that our mother had tampered with them. Then he left the country, leaving us to think about it. But then we never saw him again. And now we're seeing him for the first time in 5 years. What might he think of me? He made no effort to come see me at all. Yeah, maybe it's to keep the cover, like they don't know each other, waiting to be introduced. But Lady Lucas soon thereafter dashed my hopes in that respect. Oh, my dear mediocre, you will not believe it. Here I've prepared a surprise for you, but someone has gone and ruined it. The gentleman I wish to introduce you to, Captain Wentworth, with a fine visage, has flatly refused to meet you. Great. Thanks, bro. Rejected by a man I didn't even know we had in our life. This game is just rejecting me left, right, and center. This is out of control. So basically he thinks that our heart has been easily carried away by other young men. So he's probably heard about a relationship with Colonel Brandon or Bingley or whoever. I can only assume he had received some evil report from one of those sisters of Mr. Bingley. Huh. Yeah, Captain Wentworth heard about our backstory with Bingley and decided to step away. That's so sad. I'm obviously going to play a Wentworth edition. It's just, I don't even know what I'm doing in this game anymore. Like, I'm really loving it, but I'm also a little frustrated because the path to true love never did run smooth. So now, you know what? We just have to be emboldened by the fact that we're the chief architect of the path we're taking. So everything that's happened is because of our choices, and that's okay. I accept. That's fine. Bye, boy, bye. Oh, hello. How do you find the grounds of my state? I'm not sure if encouraging Colonel Brandon will close the door for Bingley in the future, because I'm not sure if the door is closed already. So I think I'm going to encourage Colonel Brandon. I'm going to say they are so green. Very green indeed. Because it brings up sensibilities. Ooh, the colors, the vibrancy. I'm overwhelmed with passion. A bit too well tended for me. Some part of me wishes they were able to run a little more wild. Great, people think we're more sensible. I'm glad that you were able to attend today. I know that carriage travel of such a distance can be tiring. Well, you know what? I would have walked if I had to. I would have missed this trip for anything. I would have ran alongside the carriages. For all 7 miles? Even if I had to run for 7 days! She's so passionate. I should never fear but for missing a moment to live. Yeah. The party for Whitwell began gathering early in the morning, and by 10 o'clock, the whole party was assembled at the park. Everyone's in a good mood, everyone's excited to go. And as we're leaving, letters came through, and Colonel Brandon's out of there. He looked at it, looked at the direction, changed color, and immediately returned to the manor. What was in the letter? Yeah, what would make him leave so suddenly? After what felt like an eternity but turned out to only be 5 minutes, the colonel returned. Yeah, no bad news, right? It's from town, and is merely a matter of business. Lady Lucas, I love you, but you're really nosy. Like, this man is a quiet, brooding kind of guy. And you're like, who is it from? Who sent you the letter? Why are you so upset if it's just business? Let him have his privacy. Come, come, this won't do, Colonel. Let's hear the truth. Yeah, calm down. What? I know who it is from, Colonel, and I hope she's well. Whom do you mean, ma'am? Oh, you know who I mean. In town. What can you have to do in town at this time of year? My own loss is great in being obliged to leave so agreeable a party. That's a nice diplomatic response. She's being nosy, and he's like, well, I deeply regret that I can't chill with you guys. I'm gonna go. Yeah. If he doesn't come with us, we can't go to Whitwell? Yeah, but he's really upset about something. Of course, Lady Anne doesn't give a damn. She just wants to have a good time. So she's like, if you write a note to the housekeeper, surely it'll be enough for us to get to Whitwell, right? No, it would not do. We must go. These guys are so selfish. It is not in my power to delay my journey for 1 day. You would not be 6 hours later if you were to defer your journey till our return. I cannot afford to lose 1 hour. So passionate, and with that, quite despaired of convincing us, he took his horse and rode off. So dashing. Oh, Lady Lucas is gonna spill the tea. This is the kind of nosiness that we appreciate. Behind the scenes nosiness. It's about Miss Williams. Who's Miss Williams? Sure you've heard of her. No, I haven't, honey. Can you just tell me more, because I might be getting involved with this guy. She's a relation of the Colonel's, my dear, a very near relation, for she is his natural daughter? Yeah, I'm with Jane on this one. Huh? Let me try to make her face. No. These are goofy. They're so goofy. Indeed. Oh yes, and as like him as she can stare. I dare say the Colonel will leave her all his fortune. Yeah, how do you know? I have it on good authority. And did you not see the manner of his departure? I am just sure it was in regards to Miss Williams. Interesting. The Colonel was very much taken when young with Miss Eliza, but they could not marry. Instead, his older brother would have her, and she was from a very wealthy family, and Brandon's estate was much encumbered at the time. She never loved the brother, and that is why Colonel Brandon, in hopes of not standing in the way of them, purchased a commission in the army. Oh my goodness, this is so juicy. What? Eliza died? This is juicy and tragic. Okay, the gist of it is Colonel Brandon was in love with this lady called Miss Eliza, and she was super wealthy, but Colonel Brandon's family was not. Colonel Brandon's older brother and Eliza started courting, but Eliza didn't love him. They got married for whatever reason, they don't go into that, and later divorced, and Eliza didn't even live long after. I believe there was some sort of a tragedy in that regard. So when Eliza passed away, she left a baby, and Colonel Brandon is the one taking care of that baby. Such a sad affair. This is what I'm thinking. Do you really think it's nice to talk about this behind his back? We're his guests. We're literally at his estate in Delaford. Yeah. I was certain that the story I'd heard was not altogether complete. Lady Lucas had accompanied us home, I was sure, more to share the intrigues of the day with Mother. However, after dinner, my opinion of the matter changed entirely. What a scheme I have! Ooh, Lady Lucas is up to something. You, all three, are to accompany me to my house in London. I thought the adventure to London would be wonderful, but I pondered what possibilities I might miss by going. A trip to London? Shall we not go? I cannot see why we should not. Oh, you simply must come. Right, so we're gonna go to London. We're so excited we can barely sleep. Oh! We definitely need to build up our energy. Oh boy, that was one heck of a week and a heck of a chapter and a half. Thanks for watching if you did, and I'll see you next time in London, baby! See ya.